I'm going to show you guys how to stitch together a panoramic picture really quickly. So I took these three pictures. I didn't have a lens wide enough and I couldn't back up far enough to get this whole building. So I just took three pictures really quickly. This is so easy to do. There's two ways to do it that are quick. You can do this in Lightroom. You can just right click and you can click merge to panorama just like you can here. So here in Camera Raw, you right click, merge to panorama. And you can do the same thing in Lightroom. So here it is, it's already merged them, and it's got some checkerboard patterns where there's no image, but that's okay, we'll fix that. And you click save, and it will save the image as a .dng file, which is a digital negative. It's similar to a raw file. I've already saved it, and it is right here. So here's the stitched version, and it takes like 4 seconds to stitch a picture. There's one more thing I want to show you how to do, and that's straighten this out. So this building is curved and it just doesn't look natural. So we are going to open this in Photoshop and fix that. And this works for even images that aren't stitched together. If you take an image with a fisheye lens or something that warps it and has a lot of distortion, you can use this technique to straighten out pretty much any kind of image. So once it is opened, you click, I always duplicate the layer, filter, adaptive wide angle. This thing was so helpful once I figured it out. So this straightens things out. So from here to here should be straight. But if I click that, that's a little bit too much to do all at once, so you have to do it in smaller sections. If you look up here in the top right, it is a magnified view of where your cursor is. So I'm going to start here and pay attention to the top right too. So I'm going to click the edge of the roof, and I'm going to go over here to the edge of this roof. And all I did was, it's on this tool automatically. That's the only one I use. So at the top, and it made a little blue line. So if you right click in the middle, you can click horizontal, and it makes that horizontal. So if I click the edge of this roof right there, and then over here, right click, horizontal. So now I just keep doing this over and over again until the whole image is straight. And it does a really good job. Sometimes, especially for images that have a lot of straight lines, it'll take a little bit, but it is worth it. It makes the whole image just look a lot more professional, not so distorted. And you can already tell that this image is already looking a whole lot better. So I'm just going to keep clicking these things. Anything that's supposed to be perfectly horizontal or vertical, I'm just going to keep clicking. And we will see in a second what it looks like. So I feel pretty good about this image. It looks pretty straight to me. So I'm just going to click OK, and it is applying the adaptive wide angle filter, and it will all be straight when it comes out. So the more lines you add, just the more reference points Photoshop has, and the straighter and more natural looking it can become. One thing I will do is when this does eventually load, I will crop this to the standard 2:3 ratio, which all your pictures are taken at. So that way, if you make a slideshow or an album or even a Facebook post, everything's consistent and nothing has black bars on it. So this is the before and the after. So you can just tell it's stretched back out, and it's all straight now. So let's go to crop. Gonna crop this to a natural 2:3 ratio. Hit enter. And now we have an image that is stitched together, looks natural, nothing's distorted. And since it's three pictures combined into one, it is a massive image. So you could print this thing huge and it would still look good. So that's how you stitch together a panorama. We're going to do one more. So I'm going to go back to bridge, and I have these three images I took at a wedding. I was walking to my car and I had a 50mm on, so I couldn't get the whole building. But I was like, I want a picture of the front of this venue. So I just snapped three pictures real quick. And if you're in Lightroom, you can just select all three, right click and click merge to panorama. But If you're in Camera Raw and Bridge, you just open them, right click, merge to Panorama. And these ones I probably won't have to fix the distortion with, but we'll see. Yeah, see, that looks pretty good. I don't know, there it goes. Click merge, and then you have a picture that you can deliver to your client. I didn't have to go switch lenses. I didn't have to do anything. I took 3 quick pictures, and I'm going to take 5 seconds to fix this in Photoshop or Lightroom or Camera Raw or whatever, and you're done. This will help a little bit. And I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. It might not be absolutely perfect, but it just took a few seconds. And then this is a picture that you can give to the bride so the bride can remember just their venue. I've done this before with wedding dresses. If I'm smashed up against a wall, I'll just take a picture from top to bottom of the wedding dress and just merge them together. So I love being able to do this. It just gives you a lot more options, and it means you don't have to switch lenses as many times. And if you're in a pinch and you're shooting a ceremony, you can get the entire bridal party from the front row or the back or wherever. So here's the final image, and I think it looks great. No one would ever know that's stitched together. So there you go. That's how to stitch panoramic, and hope it helped you guys out. Let me know if you have any other questions.